Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are discussing the best Spider-Man of all time between Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland. Okay? I had this thought like a few days ago because I love Spider-Man. Who doesn't love fucking Spider-Man? I think he's probably the number one superhero other than maybe Superman, I want to say. Or Batman. Like when you think of superheroes, you think about Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. That's it. Even when it's just Marvel, you think about Spider-Man immediately. You know, it may have changed a little bit more because of those new Avenger movies that came out, and Avengers Doomsday. Just the teaser trailer just dropped, and what Steve Rogers he's young again? Is he another variant? I don't know. I haven't watched Marvel. I haven't watched any like Marvel movies since the No Way Home Spider-Man. That was like a few years ago, whenever it first came out. And fast forward to like last week, I watched the newest Fantastic Four movie. It was okay. I give it it was average. I give it an average score, if I'm going to be honest. I'm honestly upset about Fantastic Four, but we're going to talk about that later. I can do another episode about that. But this episode, man, this episode is all about Spider-Man. Because I have been watching Spider-Man since I was a kid, since the early Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. The first movie with Green Goblin, the second one with Doc Ock, and the third one with Venom and Harry Osborn. And Sandman, sorry, I forgot about Sandman. But good villains just from the first installment. And I have very vivid memories. The nostalgia, me waiting in the line. I don't think I have waited in the line at a movie theater since the last Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. I don't think I've waited in the line ever since. I can really remember that. Staring with my brother, older sister, and my mom and my dad. I can remember it to this day. And that's why I hold Tobey Maguire to a higher standard compared to most, honestly, superhero actors, if I want to say. But then, fast forward to a couple years. Now we had that amazing Spider-Man. I almost fell to my knees. I was like, we gonna have another Spider-Man movie? I was like, is it Tobey? Is it Tobey? Who's this guy? Andrew Garfield. I never heard of him before. That's interesting. But he has delivered a brilliant first installment to the movie. The second was good also, but the first one with the lizard, that French chef's kiss. Yeah, French chef's kiss, okay? Jim Appel, Malcolm Wright, let me stop. Those two beautiful movies really did make up I was definitely in my preteen years, I want to say. I think it came out 2014, was it 2014? No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. It was definitely a while ago. But Andrew Garfield, his acting, it's one of my. I think that's my favorite Spider-Man suit, honestly, too. The one that Andrew Garfield had in Amazing Spider-Man. One of the best Spider-Man suits, if I want to say so myself. And honestly, I was so happy that they introduced the villain Lizard, because that was one of my favorite villains. And I feel like he wasn't getting that much appreciation. You know, maybe it wasn't the best design for the Lizard. I didn't mind it, but I know it could have been better for sure. But Andrew Garfield, it's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to say on this because there's out of these three actors, two of them are the best at acting. That is Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. No offense to Tom Holland. Tom Holland is a good actor too, okay? But I'm just saying, like, the embodiment of their acting from multiple movies, not just in Spider-Man. It is honestly glorious. It is honestly glorious. I'm sorry, I was getting a text. But now we got Tom Holland. Tom Holland has honestly been the freshest reset of introducing Spider-Man back to the public, is what I want to say. He gives you that young Spider-Man vibe, because it actually seemed like he was a kid. When it was Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, I was like, these some grown-ass men, okay? I was like, these some grown-ass men, all right? I mean, Tom Holland was grown also, but, I believe he was definitely the youngest when filming Spider-Man. So Tom Holland definitely put that new refresh on it, and also, you can't. Tom Holland he's the first Spider-Man ever in cinema history to team up with other superheroes. Bro, you can't, bro, when Civil War dropped the trailer, I'm spitting everyone. When Civil War dropped the trailer, bro, everyone was popping off. Everyone was already excited for the movie, but then they introduced Spider-Man, they were like, Jesus Christ. What was Civil War? Civil War was the third Captain America movie. It was, Winter Soldier was the second, then Civil War. And I remember reading the comics of Civil War as a kid. The comics are 100 times better than the movie. You have to read a comic. Because if they 100% put the content from the comics in the movie, that would have been the best Marvel movie to this day. Better than Endgame and Infinity War, I'll tell you that right now. The Civil War comics are just brilliant. And the whole time I was realizing, I was like, hold up, Civil War. There was like a few important characters out of that whole comic series. And that's Spider-Man. I was like, there's no way they upload this without having a Spider-Man or anything. You know? And this was before Homecoming. I believe Civil War came out first, then it was Homecoming. And oh my God, the reaction from the public when they introduced them, I could have fell to my knees. I probably did. I was like, this is it. I was like, Marvel is doing something right now. And I was so proud of that. So Tom Holland definitely has my favorite in that. I think Tom Holland definitely does the best with interacting with those other heroes. And so it just sucks that Toby and Andrew Garfield wasn't, privileged to get that. It's just, old fucking just shithead people that, stopped at Sony, that whole thing. I remember Sony, they just fighting over Spider-Man, this and that. I'm like, bro, Marvel is Spider-Man. Where does Sony come from? I know they're, with Tobey Maguire and stuff, but it's like, at the end of the day, this is Marvel. Stan Lee created this character. You didn't fucking create this, Sony. Like, get the, Sony left the bad taste in my mouth from that. But I have to choose my favorite Spider-Man, or the best Spider-Man that I think. But I'm going to break it down in different categories. First, we're going to start off, with the answer that you're looking for. From my opinion, it's not a shocker, honestly, in my opinion. But Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. He's the best Spider-Man. He is the best Spider-Man from whenever Uncle Ben got shot with Aunt May, him being in the house with them, from when he first moved into the apartment. And, that was the first, honestly, the first Spider-Man to make you feel for Peter Parker. Most people always want to be Spider-Man, but they don't want to be Peter Parker. They don't want to be Peter Parker, and Toby has embodied that. Like, even as a kid, I was like, damn, this man's lonely as shit. He's getting beat down. He's achieving in fighting these villains. There's no recollection. Fuck. He has to just not even, I guess, swallow his pride and just continue doing, things for the greater good. And that's why I can't say that Tobey Maguire is not the best one. Okay? He is the best Spider-Man. Are you kidding me? The first movie with Green Goblin, bro. What you do when that thing came? That man was spinning, man, bro. Stop, bro. Stop, man. That's my right there. All three movies. I haven't watched them in years, but all three movies, I can binge watch that marathon all day. All day on that one. Okay? I can't do it the same with the Amazing Spider-Man, I'm gonna be honest. I only say that because the first one is way better than the second one. The first one is like up here, the second one fucking, it's down here. Okay? But to the next category, Andrew Garfield. This is hard though. I want to say Andrew Garfield may be the best actor out of all the Spider-Mans. That's my opinion though. At the end of the day, this is opinionated, okay? But Tobey Maguire is a brilliant fucking actor, okay? I know I'm only talking about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. It seems like I'm shitting on Tom Holland, but we're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to bro. Don't worry, we're gonna get to bro. He's married to Zendaya. He has enough. Please, okay, please. But the acting from Andrew Garfield, man, I was just like, what is this? My heart. I was like, oh my God. Jesus, I see him in so many other works of art. What's the World War II movie of him? Oh my God. Brilliant acting. The Social Network. Oh my. I remember watching The Social Network. I was like, oh, that's fucking Andrew Garfield. That's Spider-Man. And I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it. And I was like, wow, this is a really good movie. Social Network is a really good movie. It's about the startup of Facebook, how it all came together, and how it all basically ended, like between the partners and stuff, whoever ran Facebook. And man, his acting, bro. Even though Spider-Man 2 wasn't the best movie in the series, but that scene when Gwen Stacy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's literally all I'm gonna say. Okay. Like Tobey Maguire is he's a close in my opinion of being the better actor, because that movie with him and Jake Gyllenhaal, when he was a soldier, he came back home and they thought he was dead and his brother was fooling around with his. Oh, you fucking kid, bro! Watch that, bro. What's the name of that movie? Hold up. What is the name of that movie, bro? It's not even. It's like. I have to see that. I may watch it again today. Like the acting in that movie. What is it? Brothers. Oh my god. Brothers, brother, brother. Go watch that movie. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Brothers is it's fucking 10 out of 10. The raw acting for Toby. Then he was in The Great Gatsby. I read the book. Brilliant movie. I love it. He is such a good actor, man. Both of them were like, I'm sorry, no offense, no offense to Tom Holland, I'm not talking shit. Even Tom Holland may even admit this because he has so much respect for both of them, okay? Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are like fucking here. Tom Holland, he's close, he's right here though, okay? I haven't seen that much work from Tom Holland. I want to say not as much as the other two. So I guess it may be biased a little bit, but Tom Holland's still a good actor. I have enjoyed all 3 of his movies, all right? But to the next category. So what did we say? Toby is the best Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is the best actor. And Tom Holland, old Tommy boy. Tom Holland, I think he has been the best. I think Tom Holland has been the best superhero in recent history of all cinema since Civil War is what I want to say. I say that because he had to deal with so much, especially building up, because the Marvel Universe is already big, even without Spider-Man before that, but he just elevated to a whole nother fucking atmosphere. Like he really did. And I couldn't be any more proud of the kid, even though I think he's older than me. I can't be any more proud of Tom Holland, because I feel like he has done a very prevalent thing in recent history for Marvel, because everyone loves fucking Spider-Man, and he was the man that brought it back. I think he went to Sony. Bro, this guy I think he's the most passionate about being Spider-Man. I give that to Tom Holland. I think he went to the Sony fucking headquarters and tried to plead with them, not trying to be dickheads because they were all money hungry and not even trying to get the fans the fucking content. Shit. Sorry, I get passionate about this shit. I remember that, bro. I believe that's true. He went to the fucking offices and was like, yo, stop. Like, stop. What are we doing? But Tom Holland has he's one of my favorites because I think he has the most passion about being Spider-Man. I think he recently just got injured. Not recently, but he got injured when they're filming the newest movie, doing stunts and shit. I think he's one of the Spider-Mans that do most of their stunts, is what I want to say, out of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Not anymore though. I don't think so anymore after that incident. But yeah. I love all 3 Spider-Mans, but we got to do a little breakdown, of course. I will sit down and talk to all of them, all those actors for hours. Not hours, I'm not that fucking crazy, but an hour. An hour, and just discuss, or just tell them that I'm honestly grateful to all 3 of them, because they have really made Spider-Man a better, not better, they just made him more prevalent. Honestly, they made it more prevalent in this time of cinema, and I love all. What is it? 8 movies? I love all 8 movies that they have filmed of Spider-Man. I don't dislike one. I know I was talking shit about some more than the other, but I still like all of them. I can watch all of them, like, to this day. You know, like if there was, like, if there was no Spider-Man, I wouldn't be as big of a fan of Marvel. Because, like, since I was a kid, that was always my favorite superhero. I had the fucking Spider-Man cover. I had all the toys. Like, bro, it's not even funny. So, I hold that superhero to a high standard. That's why I'd be upset if Tom Holland stops being Spider-Man. Because it's going to happen in the future. Because they always going to want to milk the fucking character. That's just how it is. Especially with Sony, alright? But it's going to be the end of an era, especially when Tom Holland passes the baton. Because No Way Home, when they brought all 3 of them together, y'all know how y'all are feeling. Y'all know how y'all are feeling. Y'all fucking know how y'all are feeling. But Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield came up in there. They came in that fucking scene. They pulled up over the portal. So fucking, bro, man, they're all goats, bro. That's my opinion at the end of the day. They're all goats, man. They're all goats. Okay? But to summarize the video, Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is the best actor. And Tom Holland has the most passion for Spider-Man. I'll say that with my chest. But, yeah. I know this is random, but I love Spider-Man. I thought I should make a video. But thank you guys for letting me take the time out of your day. Hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of your day. It's Christmas Eve right now, so I'll probably just post this tomorrow. But Merry Christmas. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. I love Spider-Man so fucking much.